Okay. We're going to go ahead and venture you forth. Is everybody going inside, or is any of you not choosing to go inside?
Definitely going in.
Yeah.
I think they went ahead of us, but yeah, we're all meeting up.
Alrighty. And actually, yeah, a couple of them did go ahead. Who was Lasticus and Lyra went ahead of you guys, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, well, in that case, then I'm going to give Lasticus and Lyra just a brief few minutes inside before you show up, in case they decide to get up to any mischief. Okay. As I said, you walk in through the main doors. It is a little bit kind of plain, to say the least. Little to no decor. About the only thing that you can really kind of see is there are several tables, a large bar, and quite a few kegs positioned behind the bar to serve fine fare and beverages. The mixture of people in here, most of them look of a seafaring variety, a few commoners, couple of people that are a little better dressed than the others. There is a blonde-haired bard sitting playing a lute in the corner, with a cloth cap on the floor, collecting gold, copper pieces and a couple of silver pieces for tips. But enter you will, and enter you shall. And what do you wish to do as you wander into the old Sea Dog?
Seth, the music is a little loud.
The music's loud? Okay, thank you.
I quite dejectedly walk to this table and sit down without even regarding Lyra's presence, because after the previous conversation of several weeks ago, she wants to go her separate ways, and I kind of wanted to stay groups. So right. I'm like, whatever, might as well start now.
I'll get us some drinks. I don't have control of my character, but I'm going to walk up to the bar. I do not.
Hold on a second. And now you do.
Yay! Yes. Pulling up. Walking up.
Let me check something real quick before we go any further.
Sure.
Because no, that's okay. Don't know why it's doing that though. But in any case, you're good. Okay. So instead of bar stools, there are actually they are bar stools. They're tall, but they actually have backs on them. Plain wooden seating though, no padding, no cushioning. But once you get up on the bar, you can see that there are a few platters of bread, a few platters of cheese, there's some nuts, small bowls of berries, and people are just liberally just helping themselves to these things. Okay. The innkeeper, or should I say tavern keeper, was a tall, skinny man. He's bald, but has kind of a long, braided, blonde goatee. He's got kind of big hoops, a big hoop on his left ear. Just smiles at you with half of his teeth missing and says, "Well, hello there. What can I get you? Welcome to the old Sea Dog."
Ah, right. Thank you so much. I'm wondering if I could get 4 ales for the table in the corner over here.
4 ales it is.
Yes.
Right.
And can I just help myself to the food right here in the bar?
We do not have a kitchen here at the old Sea Dog. We provide more than ample bar snacks for all and sundry.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to just start picking up some of the grapes and some of the bread and stuff.
You are particularly famished. We can send out for food and have it delivered to your table.
Who provides food, if not you?
Well, I send a runner to my house and have my good lady wife prepare it. We do not have a kitchen, as you also may notice. And no rooms. There is nowhere you can stay here. We have an arrangement. There are also no stables, so if you have any horses, we have an arrangement for that as well.
Well, perhaps thinking about investing in some of these things in the future might do this town some good. Willing to lend. I've been
not
to
as
many
easy as that, I'm
bars. I can
afraid.
help out with some advice.
But
Why not?
no, you can. Let's say there are warehouses. A little bit further down the dock, so we have an arrangement for 1 silver piece. I can provide you with a token. If you take the token to the warehouse, they will stable your horse. If you wish to stay the night, they also have some converted stalls that are made comfortable for people that wish to stay the evening. And for 2 silver pieces, I can arrange for a token for one of those.
Probably do that, but I'll get back to you a little later.
Right, well,
I gather
he takes
up all the food in my arms.
wooden mugs, turns on the tap, and basically just slides them in front of it, letting the rest of it just spill past onto the floor. Then he turns off the tap, slaps them down, and says, 8 copper pieces, please.
8 copper. I'll take out a silver. Like, is this good enough?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate the tip.
Of course. Be right back. I gotta put this food down. I'm gonna waddle off and towards the table where Elasticus is, and like spill all of the food out of my arms. Like, here you go, some grapes and bread and stuff. Be right back. And then I'll walk away from and then I'll go get the ale.
Okay.
And bring it back.
You really didn't need to do this.
I sit down.
As you kind of go back from, as you like leave the bar with the 4 ales, he says, and if you need anything else, love, just let us know. We've got, a fairly limited range of beverages for someone as probably far travelled as yourself, but they are all of the finest quality, even though the choice is limited.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. And I'll wander back and sit down at the table with Elasticus.
Okay. Alright, well, it's not long after that Fiffany and Fennefer wander into the establishment. You burst in through the doors. You pretty much hear the lute music coming from your left. You can see the arrangement of seafaring folk, the food upon the bar, and your friends have occupied a table far to the right corner by the window.
Oh, I don't know about you, baby girl, but I'm famished.
Yeah, this is nice.
This is nice.
Quaint,
Yeah, this is very quaint. Oh, look, there they are in the corner. Come on, let's go get a seat.
All right. Walk on over. Plop in.
Okay. There are 2 ales already sitting waiting for you, assuming that Lyra and Elasticus didn't drink 2 each.
No.
Oh, are these ours? You get these for us?
Yes, I wanted to do a cheers.
Well, of course we can do
didn't you also
cheers.
bring, didn't you all, you grab some of all the food as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so there's also like a wooden plate with a hunk of bread, some cheese, a handful of berries, some
ain't that
nuts,
something?
basically a scattering of really random stuff.
Yes, raise your mugs.
Of course, yeah.
To friends, what? Elasticus, what?
What?
Nothing. I mean, we don't have to go through the motions of saying goodbye to each other. You know, like this. I mean,
It's
talking
what
about,
you do. I don't understand. It's the ritual.
but
Come on,
I mean, if you guys would rather not be at my table, feel free to go elsewhere.
We chose to sit here, did we not?
Elasticus, what are you talking about?
What did we walk in on here? What is going on? What's happening?
We're just having a good old-fashioned cheers and having some ale.
We've only been gone for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden we come back to this. What's going on here?
Did you guys have a lover's quarrel?
Oh, are we
Did you
intruding on something that we'll give you some privacy if you
Yeah, we
want?
can go
I
the
just
table if
think
you want to-
Elasticus took something the wrong way, and we were discussing, if we'd stay together as a party. I said, I don't really know, don't think so, and he just... Well, you were a little sad about it, aren't you, Elasticus?
I just thought after what we've been through on the high seas and rescuing you from whatever you were ready to leave and be, that we would, I don't know, I kind of got used to not having to rely only on myself during some of those dangers.
Well, you don't have to worry about that, darling. You got us. We got your back.
Right. I mean, I know that you have...
wants to go elsewhere, that's fine. She can go right ahead, but we got you. We would never abandon you, baby. Never.
No.
Wait, so the three of you aren't going to split up? You're staying together?
I know. I didn't think we were, but I mean, if that's something you want to do, more power to you. You're a free spirit, I can tell. That's fine.
I'm gonna look at Lyra with the most pleading eyes I've ever had to give. Please stay with me.
So I'm gonna turn to 15 Fenifer and say, I figured as Pelorian missionaries, I figured you'd had something to do next.
Yes, spread the Lord's
Right,
word everywhere
right,
we go. That's
right.
always what we do, no matter where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Elasticus fit into this equation?
Well, where does Elasticus want to go?
Honestly, I would kind of want to go find this Renison character.
Okay, we'll spread the Lord's word right there.
Right.
There's going to be people along the way that are going to need to hear about Pelor,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right, a fairly
snacks along the way?
plainly dressed individual has walked up to the table. He's kind of got corn-colored hair tied back in a ponytail. Very basic looking clothes, probably late 20s, early 30s maybe. Very timidly has approached your table, and looks like he wants to raise a point to get your attention, but he doesn't want to interrupt, so he's kind of just and the first person to actually stop talking and point your gaze at him,
Yes.
he will take a swig, the last swig, like a long, drain it out swig from his wooden tankard, and goes, sorry, went down the wrong way. I couldn't help but overhear that, you speak of spreading the word of Pelor.
Oh, you overheard,
perhaps I
did
was
you?
mistaken.
Are you? No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, dear. So you're interested in him?
Oh,
with capital H?
no. But my poor father suffered terrible from the gout, and well, it was last summer that a tall and vibrant practitioner and worshipper of Pelor came through Shawford Bay and did cure him, which allowed him to return to work and fend for our family, which was nigh on close to poverty and being put out on the streets. So, if it's not too much trouble, for those that are known to wander the lands, protecting the innocent, righting wrongs and defending the weak, it would be an absolute joy and nay pleasure to be allowed to buy each of you a drink.
Oh, my word.
Well, now, see, this is the respect that we've been waiting to get a little bit around here. This is why, you see, I'm going to look over to Elasticus and Lyra. You see, this is why we spread the light for people exactly like this. Good sir, of course you might be able to buy. We would be delighted if you would regale us with such pleasantries as a drink. That, of course, if that brings you happiness, if that brings you a little extra light inside yourself, we are happy to oblige.
We're just about to do a cheers if you want to get in on it.
Do you want to get on the chairs?
Yes, to your gatless father. Let's do it.
Yes. What can I get you? What beverage can I get all of you?
Best one.
Well, okay.
Your favorite.
Do not take a charitable act too far now. That's one of
I wouldn't want to impose the lower level of swell that this tavern has to offer and offend your palates. No, you'll to be able to preach and praise and say the prayers that you do so. You must protect your voices. They don't have many, but they do indeed have a few bottles of very fine claret that is shipped down from up north. If I may I purchase a bottle and bring 5 glasses?
Well, claret me intrigued. Absolutely, you can do that for us, please.
Right,
yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
And he quickly heads off and rushes up to the bar. So a bottle of your finest claret and 5 glasses for me and my Pelorian friends over there. And several people kind of like look up and a couple of people kind of raise a glass.
Yeah, I kind of
toast you a cheers. He gets his bottle, comes rushing back to the table, pulls the cork, lays out the 5 glasses and pours the drinks.
all right.
Pray, what should we toast? Just the Lord of Sun himself, or
Well, we have two. We were able to get 2 drinks here. For the first one, I'm sorry, my friend Lear here was right in the middle of a rousing cheer. So if you
It's
could,
gonna be so good too.
well, we're ready for
Now
it.
I have
Come
to
on,
praise P. Lord.
We'll just add that on the bottom.
just add it on the bottom.
Sure.
Little
To
subtext.
friends old and new, may several magnificent adventures give us the gracious strength and something about Pelor. Cheers. I don't know anymore. I'm all
Something about
confused
Pelor.
now.
Praise Pelor.
Praise Pelor, huh?
The
Good.
message is all convoluted.
I feel like
Pelor's is
it's
not.
all
So
the
if you want a little clarity on messages, you come talk to us. We'll set you straight.
Yeah.
I had it all planned
he
out
raises
too.
his glass and takes a liberal sip. Ivan, please enjoy the rest of the wine. I've inflicted myself upon you enough, I'm sure, for one day. But just know that you're very welcome here. And while we do indeed have a church and a clergy that ministers to Shawford Bay, it is Pelor that I say my prayers to at night.
Bless your heart.
That is all that matters at the end of the day. It's very good.
You know, Tiffany, I think you should just want to hit him with a little blast to send him on his way, make sure he has a good day. Just a little.
Just a little one.
Just a little baby blast. You know.
All right. Okay.
He's a sweet boy. He deserves it.
He does. What's your name?
It's Charles, sir. It's Charles.
You, sir? Okay, I'll let that go. That's fine. So, Charles, in the name of the light, the sun, the Holy Spirit of Pelor, I do bless thee. And I'm going to give him a good hit smack on the front of the head.
Okay.
Let any demons inside you be exorcised out and let only the light be shown in.
Praise be.
Okay. And with that, he kind of like looks gleefully full of joy as he takes one more final sip of his wine and says, I bid all of you a very good day. May you have a enjoyable visit here in Shawford Bay and see the sights. Have you heard the stories? The ones about the giant?
We did.
We have, yes.
Have you seen the hand and the rock?
Saw the hand. Saw the rock.
Oh, so you've kind of seen everything then.
We've heard about the hand. Didn't see the rock.
Well,
It was a rock, and it was big.
yeah.
I believe you.
There's very good fishing to be had, even from the shore if you're fond of fishing, or from the dock. And I'm sure that some of the locals would be more than happy to take you out in their boats if you'd like to venture out a little further to catch larger and more delicious varieties of fish.
I mean, maybe Lyra will do that because she tends to just always, want to run away from us.
We'll have that conversation in a second.
Ooh, I smell a little drama. Oh, I love it. Okay.
I'm gonna go get another drink.
Blessings upon you, Charles. Have an amazing laugh. Say hi to your family for us. Make sure to spread the good word.
He goes and sits back down with a big grin on his face and
Tell your friends about Pilar.
smiles. Okay, you going out and getting just one more drink for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, another couple of copper.
Okay.
Yeah, you're knocking a couple of ales, a couple of glasses of wine. It's a good night. Okay,
She's
so
really
shortly
putting them down.
after that, the lute playing stops, and most of the patrons around the table all give a courteous clap. At which point he gets up, swoops an overly exaggerated low bow, glances down at the real meager offering that he has in his hat, lets out a noticeable sigh, picks out a couple of copper pennies, and makes his way over to the bar. A pint of your finest ale, tavern keeper, he says with a outlandishly over-exaggerated bravado. Yeah. Yes. There are some taverns that provide drinks for free for my sort. I understand, of course, Shoreford Bay being such a, not the most well-to-do place. I understand why I should have to pay for my own drinks. Cheers. And he takes a sip. Okay, what are you guys up to?
Well, I think we're in the middle of a conversation, were we?
Yeah,
Lyra?
pretty important.
Now you've been
I think.
interrupted by the Pelorian groupies.
Getting right back into that drama.
Elasticus, all I was trying to say was I had, I'm quite a wanted person here in Arconis. I just figured there'd be things for me to do, people to see. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that I didn't want you to come along. I figured you had better things to do with your time. And I know you came all the way to Rosia to kill me or something like that, or rescue me. Whatever, which one it was, I don't know.
It was neither.
Neither. So you
no.
didn't come there for me at all?
No, I came for the promise of a place that was undiscovered that I could scavenge and find lost things of lore and legend.
So did you fulfill that?
Well, you had a lot of potted plants in your temple.
And you all did kind of visit some
We visited other
prior
places
to
too.
That where you all did acquire a few magical items.
I mean, your place was not specifically what I was hoping it to be, but I did find, this and I'm going to gesture to my robes that I'm wearing that looks very patchy, very useful item.
Wait a second. I thought the three of you came for me. To rescue me, or whether it was to rescue or kill me, I don't really know anymore. Was that not the case? It clearly wasn't for Elasticus.
Well,
We were told that there was some demon there, so that's what we were coming for. Just to get rid of the evil presence.
So no one knew I was trapped there and wanted to rescue me?
Darling, I hate to break it to you, but no.
didn't come up in my memo. I'm not sure.
Right.
Savior of Arconis, and nobody even knew I was over there?
Wait, you're a savior of Arconis, but also wanted? I mean, wanted by, like...
Yeah, I was confused when she
authorities?
said that too.
No,
I
not
think she
wanted.
meant wanted, like
I'm a wanted as in people want me.
You should be careful when you say it that way, though.
Right.
It kind of sounded like maybe there was like little posters hanging around that had little arrows on a tree, like a little sketch.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's definitely what I thought.
No.
So if we go to like a bigger town, we're not going to find a poster of you.
I do think so.
But you're a savior of Arcanus. I mean,
Who would be? Apparently not, because nobody was looking for me.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just spin it on you, okay? We're gonna spin it. We're gonna
Sure.
make it positive, okay?
Take another long sip.
Elasticus, you said you were looking for things of
value.
and.
I'm a dungeon.
Okay. You specifically said you used a certain word. Can you maybe repeat that again? You were looking for things of value and
legendary items and lore and stuff.
Yeah. What was that? What was that one word?
Lore?
No, the other L.
Lyra? No, legendary.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now Lyra.
Legendary.
Now let's look at Lyra. Now look, Lyra. What is the name you go by?
I think you know.
Okay. Well, for the sake of the argument, can you maybe
Lyra, the legendary ranger.
Well, look at that.
Really loudly.
Lasticus was looking for you after all. Isn't that beautiful?
So if I'm to if I'm to go over to that bard over there and ask him about you, I'll learn about you. Is that what you're saying? Because you're legendary.
Absolutely.
Well,
there you go.
Now I'm more intrigued.
Absolutely.
Now I'm more intrigued, and if true, I don't want you to go away.
Yeah, so Lasticus was looking for you, so therefore you were being looked for,
Well,
Lyra. So you are important, you are special, you're legendary, and Lasticus is going to get to the bottom of just why that is.
I'm gonna get up and walk over. Yeah, give a minute, and I'm gonna walk over to the bard.
I think I'm really helping, Tiffany. I don't know about you, but I think I'm making a match here.
It does seem very serendipitous to me that this happened. So
I think it's so sweet.
As you're walking over to him, he's just moving his way back to his station.
Okay.
So you can kind of like intercept him as he arrives there. He puts his hat back on the floor, his half-drunk drink to the side, and picks up his loot. Sir. I hope you're enjoying the entertainment tonight. Do you have any requests?
Information more than a song. I'm gonna take a gold piece out and put it in his offerings hat or whatever he has.
Things are looking up, he says.
Well, two things. Have you ever heard of a ranger named Lyra?
I have.
You're kidding. This is a joke. I mean,
The-
Lyra is like maybe it's Alira or Liran.
No. The exploits of Lyra are well known amongst most of the poetic folk and those of barddom. There are many tales spun and stories woven about the fair maid who has, alas, not been seen these last 2 years. It is feared that something terrible has been bestowed upon her. But she was indeed rumored to be instrumental in the defeating of Drakkar and his minions. It is said that she slew dragons upon the field that very day and saved the king himself and his daughter.
Can you tell my friends this? Because
For a gold piece, I will happily regale you with a full tale.
they're over there by the table.
Please, good man, lead me to your friends.
I'm walk back and like I'm shaking my head, and if anyone's looking at me, I'm just like, I'm gonna sit back down.
Okay. He comes back, and there is a well-dressed man carrying a lute and a half-empty mug of ale comes to your table.
Sir, this is Fiffany and Fenifer and It's Lyra.
Ah, it is not uncommon for people to name their children after such great heroes. You have a great name, my child. I trust you wear it well.
Do my best. What is he
So,
doing here?
I am well-traveled and well-versed. Clearly, we are in the presence of some Pelorians.
So you're named after someone, Lyra. Oh, that makes... Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know that. Why didn't you say that?
No.
Yeah, like your grandma, maybe.
Right.
Your friend
Me not
said that
your
you
mom?
might be interested in hearing some tales of this legendary ranger.
Yes, sure. Tell us about this legendary ranger and her age as well.
Well, some say that to have achieved all that she has achieved, she must be far older than she looks. Others say that she is blessed by the gods, and therefore her power is far beyond her years. Why, it is rumored and said that she saved the king's own daughter from certain death. That she stood on the battlefield against the forces of Drakkar, using her mighty bow to shoot down 2 red dragons. It is said that after slaying them, she led the forlorn hope and charged against unimaginable odds. And when the dust had settled and the bodies and corpses littered the ground, only Lyra remained, a shining beacon for all to see and witness. It was then that she found the time to sneak forth and destroy Drakkar's many war machines. Some say that it was the work of magic and lightning. Oh, it was indeed. It was the lightning speed of her bow. And finally, she found Drakkar and called him out in single combat and slew him where he stood with one mighty blow. Of course, there are few that were alive that day to bear witness, but those that did have told the story well. And these rumors of her legends have spread throughout the kingdoms of Arconis. It is true that she is favored by the king himself, and is often, was often at court.
Tell me, what happened to her again?
Little is known. She has not been seen or heard of these last 2 years. There have been rumors, of course, other pretenders claiming to have seen the legendary ranger herself. Rumors that she was seen to the west, rumors that she was seen to the east. But I believe these are just rumors. For no true great deeds have been done in these last 2 years. And surely if she was here walking upon this land, they would have done so. Why? Even the Lord of Light himself must favor her.
And so instead of trying to find this Lyra after she's disappeared, all that's happened is spreading stories, singing songs, naming babies after this person.
I would believe so, yes. I am but a storyteller. I spread the word and keep her story alive. Years from now, when she is no more, as she is not, they will still remember her name for the likes of myself and others of my art. Perhaps
I'm
I
okay
can
with this.
provide you a song. Your friend was very generous in his donation.
Oh, sure.
Perhaps a song about Kilo.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Now we're talking.
We love a good hymn.
Sure. Yeah.
The god of light and sun, bestows his blessing on all and one. His shining light be praised, to lift us all from darker days. Through darkness he shines, and offers us healing, fills us with joy and happier feelings. The Lord of the Sun has bathed us all in light.
That's pretty good.
Love it. Great job.
Oh, that was
my
wonderful.
wonderful.
Oh,
So good.
I'm feeling inspired right now. That's wonderful.
That's my favorite song. I
That
didn't
might be
know
my
until
favorite
just
song.
now. This is my favorite song I've ever
Tell
heard in
what
my life.
brings folk such as yourselves to a drain town like Chorford Bay. Are you hoping to catch a vessel to depart on the oceans, or did you perhaps just arrive from
A demon ship got us here, actually.
a demon ship? This is a story
there's a good
I'd like
song
to
for
hear.
you. Yeah, so I'll make it. I don't want to get too much into the details, into the weeds, because you got to make your songs nice and concise. That one was beautiful. So here's the gist of it, and please interject if we need to here, friends. We escaped from. Was it one demon before? Or was it just someone who was kind of demonic? Anyways, he was a real bad guy, so we had to escape.
yeah.
We had to escape on a ship out into the middle of the sea. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, this big old ship comes just sailing on by, and they pick us up. We come to learn that ship is powered by a demon. And this.
Big skull. Big giant skull.
What?
It wasn't a demon.
Oh, it was. I've seen a demon. I know a demon when I see
No,
it.
Demons love skulls. We know
It was-
this.
Demons love skulls.
This is their
Demons
calling
love
card.
sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
Demons
was-
hate
all that
Pelor.
happened.
All three of those things are true.
It was a djinn. It was a djinn. It was a djinn.
A gin demon.
It
Oh,
was
it
a
was
gin.
Djinn are demons. It was,
Demon gin.
It looks like a demon, though.
no,
Thank you. Okay, how about this?
Potato.
We'll let our friend. He can take some artistic liberties with what he wants to say. Whether it's more exciting to write
Yes,
about
it was
a
clear
demon.
that you escaped an army of demons on a dark shore.
There
We
you
did
go.
escape an army of
No,
demons on a dark shore, and the thing is, the boat could shoot electrical bolts out of it. Whenever that demon was hailed, whenever that demon was called upon, the boat got infused with this dark demon power, and it could shoot. It could lash out its demon power
Yeah, it was
at
green.
wherever it wanted, and it was a green.
It was
now,
green.
I know two things. Demons are three things: black, red, or green. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, it
fits
is
the description.
True. I have heard many tale of black pariahs or
Yep.
red devils or green hags.
Yep. There we go.
Thank you. Anyway, so here's the thing. We ourselves here, we called out that demon. We said, demon, manifest right now. We got to have a conversation. And guess what? Because that demon, it thought it was better than, as demons always do, it showed up and said, what do you want to say? And we said, how about this? Pop! We popped that little demon right in his little nose.
Right in his mouth?
And he went, zoop, right back down to that ocean, disappeared, and we freed the entire boat from its
Vanquished
demon
the
powers.
vile beast.
Vanquished the
In the name
vile
of Pelor,
beast.
nonetheless.
Of course, in the name of Pelor, absolutely. And that is how we find ourselves here on this shore.
And now your intent. Do you follow a calling? Are you?
We are but mere vessels for the light and the word of Pelor. We act through him. We are a conduit of him.
Like
And
a
we
ship
act
on
through
this
him.
Demon seas. We're just trying to find.
Was it a coincidence? We ran into that demon ship out in the middle of the sea? Who's to say? All I know is that we were in the right time to vanquish the silly little demon who thought he was better than.
I see. And so we have a priestess of Pelor, a champion of Pelor, and obviously by your markings on your fine, glorious armor,
Thank you.
you strike me as a learned man, sir.
Yes. I'm gonna give like a very suspicious glance to everyone at the
Are you
table.
perhaps a scholar, historian?
archaeologist is more accurate.
Ah, so you're one that looks to seek for ruins, for knowledge, and
Yes, and truth. Truth above all. Truth.
And you, my dear, are you a woodsman, huntress, something like that?
Some would say, though many refer to me as a legendary archer.
Legendary? Oh, well.
Oh, I thought it was ranger, dear.
It is, but some say archer mistakenly.
Oh, I understand. I understand precisely.
Do you? Do you know
yes.
who I am?
Well, of course, you're play acting as the great legendary Ranger Lyra. You have the bow, claiming the name.
No.
See, that's what I thought
so
too.
Well.
Oh my goodness, it all makes sense now.
It is I. I'm gonna stand up. Lyra, the legendary ranger. Let me show you. And I'm gonna take out. What do I have?
A birth certificate with legendary Ranger Lyra written on it.
I'll take out two things. The first thing I'm going to take out is Lord Nefenra Kara's sigil brooch that I had with me.
Okay.
Look at this. This is where I've been the past 2 years. Across in Erosia.
Oh. Rosia?
Yes.
Why, that is far, far to the east. And
There's
brooch?
this. This brooch belonged to Lord Nefenra Kara. Don't you remember the stories in Mindenbrook? The pyramid? The disappearance of the pyramid? Lyra being on the pyramid?
Oh, we heard tale that there was a prophetess and her brave heroes, and I do believe that Lyra was involved and saved thousands of orphans' lives, I believe.
Correct. I believe there's a statue or something of me over there. Anyway, I disappeared. I transported over to Erosia, and I was just rescued. And if you need further proof, and I'm going to take out my quiver of Alona, like, look at this. Isn't Lyra said to behold a beautiful quiver of magical swords? This is the one.
Yes, but it is also said that she had a bow that could shoot lightning.
Yes. I'm going to hold up my bow. This one.
Well, I haven't seen any of that.
I haven't had a chance to do it for you yet.
Really? When we were fighting the lightning pirates, you didn't think maybe that would be the time to maybe...
No, they would probably be lightning resistant.
Or the giant bird.
Yeah, birds hate lightning. You just know. They're always trying to...
I'm sorry that the times I choose to use lightning is when I'm in dire need of it. I didn't see the need for it at the time.
You grabbed that bird's wing and spun it around like a...
Wasn't that awesome?
That was actually, yes, that was quite impressive.
Yeah.
And this
But
bird
also
that
a
you
little
speak
shocked.
of, perhaps an ornery goose, or
An ornery goose, he says.
Well, tell him what it
Massacus,
was.
what did we fight? Go ahead.
I don't... Well, after I don't know if I want to actually say because of all the lies that have been being spouted by everybody here.
What lies?
What lies?
Well, it wasn't a demon,
We said a
It
gin
was a
demon.
gin, yes.
but a djinn is not a demon.
What? Okay,
It
what
looked
else
like
do
a
we lie
demon.
about?
You
For
say
some,
about it.
some could say
Yeah.
that a djinn may be
A demon of...
He had demonic goals and
But,
purposes
okay.
in his life.
So
it could be your personal
you.
demon.
I'm gonna point. So I'm gonna say you, and I'm gonna point at the bard. Think that she's lying and pretending.
No, I didn't say that.
And but
I would just medius the bard before I walk around saying that Lyra, the legendary ranger, has returned. My reputation would be somewhat destroyed if that was not the truth.
But
Would require at least some true evidence.
But you say that after saying that Lyra, the legendary ranger, did all those things. One person can't do all those things.
That's why she's a legend, sir.
But
I did all those things. What's so hard to believe about
but
that?
you could be a legend by doing just one of those many things.
Yes, and I did all of them. It's crazy.
But even... I just don't believe that. That doesn't make sense to me.
It's okay. You're in shock. It's fine.
So you did all those things and then went with another party of heroes and then vanished in a temple in the desert?
That's exactly what happened. All heroes have strange tales.
But why couldn't you just go alone? Why did you need heroes in the second party with the Minderbrook group?
I like having friends.
That's not what you said to me by the backhand.
I look more serious than usual. I know I didn't say that earlier, but... Well, let's just call that one a... I don't really tell white lies very often, but maybe that was one. I do like companionship.
Well, It must be 100 feet to that dartboard there. Surely Lyra the Legendary Ranger could place an arrow in the center bullseye with no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, surely.
But why must I prove myself? Can't you just believe me?
Well,
I'll feel... It's
as I
making
said, there have
my
been-
feelings hurt.
It's not that I don't believe you, we're just, there have been several pretenders, and if I was the first bard to truly meet Lyra's and welcome her back on her return, it could mean great things for my reputation. If you did turn out to be one of those charlatans, not saying you are, but if you did, it could also be the utter destruction of that same reputation. So, good lady, Lyra, as clearly it is who you are, could you not help bolster the reputation of a mediocre bard and protect my reputation, with a simple shot of your bow?
I do love helping others. I'm gonna look to the three. Do you really want me to do this? It might put a hole in the tavern and destroy the place.
That sounds cool.
I mean, it
Oh, no.
look at
Don't
it.
invoke your lightning, just a single shot.
Oh, I don't need to use my lightning. Oh, okay.
No, I'm sure the tavern owner would appreciate his wall remaining intact. Just a simple...
Fair, I can do
shot of
that
an
quite
arrow.
easily, yes.
I don't think the bartender would notice, honestly.
Oh, I'm sure he would. It would be draftier than usual.
If it'll restore my name, and you'll believe me, I shall do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a ballistic skill roll. Shoot the bull. There are already like 3 or 4 darts already just sitting in the board, but just regular darts.
Okay.
Shoot the glass.
I'm
That's
gonna use Lyra's Luck,
Okay.
which will give me an additional d20 with
So
this
you're
roll.
basically buying yourself advantage for this roll.
Yes,
Nice.
I sure am.
I was going to ask if you wanted a little help from Peeler, but I didn't want to step on your toes there.
Oh,
Okay.
it's okay. Yes, so I'm going to prompt for advantage to advantage. Okay. I'm going to stand up and face the walls, and I'll square my shoulder out. Here we go. And I shoot.
Hey, that's
Rolls.
alrighty a 20.
Nice.
Yep. The arrow flies straight and true, and does indeed plug the bullseye. He says, "Bravo!
Thank you.
Yes, your reputation is indeed astounding. Is there anything else that you can do that nobody else can do?
What? Oh, plenty,
Anything
probably.
else that you can do that nobody else can do to really ram home the I'm Lyra thing?
I mean, he's
really hammer the nail in the proverbial coffin of the tale.
all you do is shoot a bow and arrow. I mean, it was good, but
I mean, there are
And I
other
hope
very
any
skilled
ranger
archers.
can do that.
And
Yeah.
you obviously are somebody who knows how to use a bow.
Fine.
It's on you, to be fair.
All you
for
said
making
was
that be
you
the
said to get a
bar.
bullseye and you'd believe me, and I did
Yeah,
so.
I'm on her side. You did say that was enough.
I am
I think you're
convinced.
goading
I am
me.
convinced. But would it not be something truly wonderful if I could say, other than, oh, I was in Shawford Bay at a tavern, and Lyra the Legendary Ranger wandered off a ship and shot the
All right. You've persuaded me. Watch this. From where I'm standing again, using Lyra's luck, I'm going to shoot an arrow to try to get it into the other arrow. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
you're
it's
trying to
gonna
split
Robin
the
Hood it.
arrow now. Okay.
But in addition, I'm gonna use a little something. He's just trying to get me to use my spells. It's fine.
So that you have no spells when the
I'm gonna
proverbial
use a
bar
little
fires.
lightning.
Oh, the lightning arrow. Next time you make a ranged weapon attack during the spell's duration, the weapon's ammunition or the weapon itself
Jesus.
transforms into a bolt of lightning, making the attack roll as
And
long as
I'm going to shoot it again. For
Oh
28
my
feet.
god.
Okay,
Yes.
with a 28, I mean, you rolled an 18, shit.
I call the lightning as I shoot it.
Okay, roll your 48 damage.
Oh god.
Add to the 11 points of
Maybe don't
piercing
yell
damage.
so loud.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
The dartboard saves for half. Very dexterous dartboard. No, okay. Yeah, so your arrow flies through the air, turns into a freak of lightning, and obliterates the dartboard. Like, it doesn't actually
Told
blow
you
a
I didn't want to
massive
mess
hole
up
in
this
the wall,
tavern.
but there's a huge singe mark, and a couple of the boards are
Okay.
actually broken and cracked. At that moment, everything goes very, very quiet. As everybody turns to look at the dartboard and then look back, Medius the Bard is it is you! It's true! Lyra, the legendary ranger! Lyra, the
thank
legendary
you.
ranger, everybody! She is
Thank
here!
you. Oh, thank you.
Blessed! At which point, Charles stands up and says, only Pelor would be able to bring such a blessing to us this great day!
No! Damn it!
Very good, Charles. Very
hail
good.
Lyra and Pelor!
Ah, yes, worship both of us, sure.
Sure.
And who's going to pay for my bloody dartboard then? Says
Well,
the
Peter
tavern
doesn't have any
keeper.
money, so
Sir, I am but a humble bard, but I have a gold piece. It is yours, sir. And he rushes over and hands it to the barman. He goes, "This gold piece is yours. Repair your wall. Buy a new dartboard. For I have no need for wealth to this day. I have a reputation. I have a story that no other bard will tell before me. I am the first to welcome back Lyra, the legendary ranger." And gleefully he starts playing his lute and dancing around the tavern, smiling and laughing. "Oh, pray tell, may I follow you? May I wait on your every whim and record your exploits?
Oh my. A follower.
I don't eat much. I have little skill, and some say that I am a proverbial coward when it comes to fighting, but I can sing, and I can play, and I do tell stories.
Let me think it the night over, please.
At the
If
very
that's
least,
okay.
perhaps regale me of your exploits in Erosia, so that I and I alone can fill in the details."
Just, would you mind? I'd like to talk to my group here for a little while. We'll tell stories a little later, but I'd be happy to, yes.
By all means. It has been an honor and a pleasure, my lady, and to the rest of you. And I have an idea. Oh, yes. What What a return it would make. Oh, yes. If immediately after returning from 2 years, you were the savior of Raylan.
What do you mean, savior of Raylan? Keep talking.
Oh, well, north of here is the village of Raylan. It's a couple of days northwards before you find the way to the city. Raylan, it is said, has been cursed. The poor and innocent folk have been struck down by terrible, terrible circumstance. And I feel that someone as legendary as yourself, and in the company of 2 stout Pelorians, no less, would make the perfect group of saviors. Travel north and rescue this poor, humble hamlet from its terrible curse. For you...
What curse?
Did I mention that I was a little bit of a coward? Well... I must say that once I was aware that something was not altogether correct and going on right in Raylan, I made a hasty departure. But not before gathering some rumors and some information. It was said that, a seer or sorceress of some type that lives in the hills near Raylan, would know more and could offer a means to, ridding Raylan of its curse. Should she be able to find some heroes, perhaps you could travel northwards, and upon finding the foothills, before succumbing to the curse of Raylan itself, venture forth into these hills and, seek... I cannot recall if her name was Felina Melendara or Melendala Felina, but those 2 names were thrown around. Anyway, should you go and find this person, I'm sure she can tell you more of this curse and tell you how to rid Raylan of it. And for you, my fine Pelorians, you would be able to save the hamlet and all of its poor, innocent folk. And for Lyra, of course, what a tale could be spun of your heroics. No sooner have you set foot back here on the shores of Arconus. And, for someone who is archaeologically inclined, I do understand that this woman is very knowledgeable and very learned, and perhaps could give you information of places that you may wish to venture forth and seek. Of course, the ultimate attraction being saving an entire town from certain doom.
Well, you know who usually curses things?
Demons.
Demons! So, we're in.
Absolutely.
I'm not
We're
going to
in.
say that it did not pop into my head that perhaps you are being tested by... Obviously, so many demons seem to be coming across your path.
Right.
But perhaps you are, unbeknownst to you, are on a mission, on a calling, specifically to seek out and destroy these demonic entities.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think.
Yeah, we could have told you that. That was
Oh yeah,
already-
that's sort of our thing. We're the
Yeah.
tools to abolish demons on the face of this plane. So of course that's what we're here to do.
That's us. It's on our business card and everything.
Well,
Yeah, you don't need to build this up, honey. We're fine in
We're
that department. Okay,
sold.
we're good.
Sweetheart,
We're
we are
all in.
sold.
We're all
Please.
in.
Can you give us a map?
I'd like a moment alone with these
all you need to do
three
is follow the main road.
Charles.
Follow the main
Okay.
road, and
Follow the main
within a
road.
couple of days you will see foothills to your left. Before you reach the village of Raylan, just
Okay.
veer off. It is said that she lives in some strange, architecturally challenging treehouse of some kind up on the hills.
Okay. Do you know what she looks like, just in case we get
I've
confused?
never seen her
Up in the
myself.
hills?
Are you hoping to come along on this as my follower?
I'm
It's a great story.
hoping
You
to be
can
in the
sing it.
vicinity and pick up the story after you've succeeded.
I see. Give me a moment to learn, please, Charles.
By all means, and I very much appreciate your
His name's
consideration.
not Charles, sweetheart.
To think that I have met in person Lyra, the legendary ranger. Oh, tales I will make up.
Lasticus, this is what I meant by being a wanted woman. Is this something... This happens. I will go on epic quests and adventures to be the savior of a place. You're welcome to come along. I just assumed you wouldn't want that. I'd like the truth, please.
How you doing?
Wait. What?
I'm sorry.
Telling you, I go on extremely dangerous quests daily, and you wanted to come along, and I was just trying to protect you.
I don't need protection. I'm quite capable.
Sure.
You know, that Jinn was defeated,
Yes.
you know,
Did do some good things back there, I remember.
Some good things.
okay, I'll take it. Because I know the truth.
What's the truth?
Let's all go to Reroll. Sure. Why not? Let's do
I
it.
really wouldn't mind having friends. So you two are in as well?
Oh yeah, if there's a demon around cursing the whole town, we're in.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. And I just have to say, the communication you two are exhibiting right now is a great foundation to a beautiful, healthy relationship. I just love how you are saying your needs, your wants, what expectations you have. That's wonderful. You guys are setting up
That's
yourselves
fine.
really, really well. I'm so proud of you.
I'm willing for you to come along, but I'm afraid you spreading the word of Pilor might outshine what the four of us actually do.
I'm sorry that our savior in the sun is so shiny. I don't know
Right.
what to tell you about
Pilor-
that.
I mean, Lasticus did some great things on the boat, but you gave all the recognition to Pilor, even though Lasticus doesn't follow Pilor.
Well, he will.
Well, yeah.
Give it time.
I mean, let's not be.
Give it time.
Here.
I don't think Lasticus or
dance
I
here.
will ever be followers of Pilor, but I respect it. I respect
Oh,
it.
you sweet little plum. I can't tell you how many times I have heard that in our
It's
travels.
horrible. It's
Sure,
horrible.
sure.
But you think you're not going to follow people.
That's fine. We're not going to pressure you or nothing, all right?
Did you not
Yeah,
hear that beautiful song he just sang? I mean, that had to have swayed you a little bit.
A little bit. And Charles, sweet Charles,
Mhm.
we cured gout from his poor father's ailing father.
We're fathers alien.
His father was ailing from gout.
Yes. Yes.
You know, there are many other non-holy ways to clear gout.
Well,
Sure.
permanently or just
Right.
like a little, one of those essential oils or something?
Right.
I don't believe in all that hoopla. I like to praise Pilor, get a firm, confirmed cure. That's how I like to operate.
Medicine is hoopla. Faith, on the other hand, is all healing and all
It
encompassing.
says cure wounds. It doesn't say maybe cure wounds.
Right,
Just to let you
exactly.
know, it doesn't. Healing word, not healing suggestion. Just gonna say that, and we'll leave it there. But yes, we're in.
And let me just tell you, it's been one of my biggest dreams for someone to ask to be my follower. I can't believe this just happened.
Really, this is the first one for you, sweetheart. Oh, that's gracious.
Oh, congratulations.
I love
You'll
it.
never
That's
forget
how
your
Pilor
first.
started. He had a first.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now look.
You gotta start somewhere. Now
Pilor is a
look.
god.
Right.
I can only imagine what this track will bring for me.
Well,
A subtle
I wouldn't
suggestion
get
that
to-
she's on the path to goddom. Love it.
Loveliness.
I'm a little hesitant to follow you down that path, but I love the self-confidence,
Brilliant.
and I appreciate
Oh,
that.
dear.
Well,
The
yes,
only
well,
thing I don't quite like is that they'd be watching my every move.
why would that be a problem?
Yeah.
No, it's not a problem. It's fine.
All right.
How do you feel about this fellow following us, though, everywhere we go? Is it going to be a problem for you three? He's quite
Someone who makes songs about how the amazing things that we do? Absolutely not. He's in.
Can we ask him to play that song like every night before bed? Because it brought a tear to my eye. I'm just gonna say I absolutely love it, and I will absolutely ask the DM to sing that song every night before we So I'm very into it. Yeah, it sounds like he's gonna stay out of trouble, so we don't have to worry about him getting caught up in the mix. So I'm fine.
Okay.
Lyra, can you just please be straight with me?
Always.
Look, I guess I can't quite doubt that you are a legendary and accomplished great things. But can you please admit to me that you were not the one in the war that did all those things? Because I can't.
That's silly. Why would I say something? Why would I say I didn't do something when I did something?
I'm sorry, but I've yet to see any evidence that you could do all those things that was listed. You must have had help if you were even there.
I don't think you understand. You know, he never described the timetable of how long that all took.
I'm pretty well versed in the historical context of that war. I didn't follow it exclusively or see, it didn't happen over. Come on.
Well, sometimes miraculous things happen. These Pelorians can attest to that, at least.
True. But you don't believe in Peloria.
Oh, I believe in other things.
Well, like what?
Like miracles.
Yeah, they do exist.
And myself. And I do follow a particular religion that I think is fantastic. I'll tell you about it. It's called Scientology.
Oh, that made the hair on the back of my neck raise right up. Yeah, I got a
Why is that?
No healing magic will ever work on you again.
Science part of it.
I discovered it deep in a crypt several years
Help
ago.
me, Tom Cruise, help me with your witchcraft.
But it's neither here nor
sure.
there.
We gotta smite him.
I just as long as that bard stays out of my way, he can string along.
Okay.
I don't want to hear his bullshit, constantly, because that's what I think it is. No offense.
It's fine.
Elastic is one of those guys who's not into music. Red flag alert, am I right, ladies?
Then I think it's time for a new toast.
All right.
Raise glasses.
Mm-hmm.
To becoming the saviors of Rayland. Cheers.
That's Ray Lane, no D.
Just drink. Rayland. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's early because you guys basically got in here right after breakfast. So I mean, you have if you want to, you can either happily spend the day prancing around Shilford Bay, or get a good foot underneath you and head that direction while you still have many hours of sunlight. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll tell Charles the good news that he can be a follower and that we're gonna go to Raylan.
You can tell Charles that he can be a follower?
Charles is not.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
Charles.
I don't think we got the loot player's name.
He dropped it a couple of times, but
He
I
did?
thought it
referred
was
to himself in the
Charles.
third person a couple of times. But
I messed up. I'm gonna ask his name again.
the bard,
Yeah.
Medius.
Medius.
Medius the
Okay,
Fake news.
got it.
Yeah, that's why it's called Medius. He's the media.
Very good.
Medius the Bard. Got it.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to give him the good news and tell him that he's welcome to come?
Yeah.
He says, "Huzzah! I will keep camp for you, and you will find Medius, making sure that there is a stoked fire, a pitched tent, and food available, for you to return back to after your many exploits."
Wonderful. I didn't even expect all that. That's great. Thank you, Medius the Bard.
After all, as I said, I don't want to inject myself into the action too much, but after all, if I get killed, who can tell the story? But happily stand on the wings, write it all down, memorize it, sing songs.
You have any recommendations of things we should do here in Shawford Bay before we leave for Rayland, probably tomorrow?
To be honest, not really. It's a piss poor town, and if you've seen the rock in the hand, you've done it all.
So it's Reno?
Well, if that's the case, then I mean, maybe we should just head on out. I don't want the demon to take more purchase in the town.
If you have a small, meager sum of coin, I could rush around town and procure provisions for our journey for you.
Yeah, sure.
I do it myself, but it's all skint at the moment.
Sure. Yeah, all right. How much gold gore would it roughly cost for us to get what we need?
I mean, if you just want food and drink and all that stuff, shit, a couple of gold, you're good. If you want him to acquire a tent and a whole bunch of other stuff to truly make a nice, over-the-top camp,
Yeah.
maybe 5, 6.
Yeah, we want to go glamping, I think.
Yes.
I was just gonna say I want to glamp. Let's do it.
Put a frigging great rucksack on this guy's
Let's all
back
put
and make
two-
him
let's put-
carry it around everywhere like a
Yeah, let's all
terrified
put
mule.
2 gold in. How's that?
Okay.
For like the fanciest thing he could possibly come up with in this piss
All
poor
right, well,
town.
he says give
Yeah,
him an
all right,
hour and
perfect.
he will meet you on the outskirts of Shoreford Bay on the Northern Road. Alrighty. Well, we're going to take a short break. Good time to do that. Okay.
Sorry, Matt.
So you guys are
It's
heading
fine.
out into Shoreford
No
Bay.
question for you.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep, so it's bright and early. You come out onto the docks once again. The main northern road, which would be this one right here. Your friend and new camp follower, Medius the Bard, said that he will meet you at the top of the signpost here in about an hour after he said time to go and procure provisions and be your lapdog for you. Okay.
Okay. As we're walking there, I'm going to be like, we just kind of blindly trusted this guy, didn't we? Because he sang a song about Pelor and said some nice things about me.
I was gonna say.
Not
did
saying
hear
we
that
should do anything
song,
different,
or-
but he could be, a murderer or something.
Are you afraid that he's gonna like betray us? I mean, when has that ever happened to an adventuring party?
When heroes have many friends, they have many enemies, Lasticus.
Do you have a lot of enemies there, Lyra, that we need to look out for? Or
I don't know. I haven't been here in 2 years, have I? I don't know.
just a question.
No, who might?
Sassy about it.
I apologize. He did mention lots of people try to impersonate me, apparently, so they could want me dead.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that. Is there just like a little con going around where there's a bunch of Lyras just?
Yeah, like a little Lyricon.
No idea.
There's dozens of
I
them.
did
They're
not-
I can't wait to
everywhere.
be a little Lyricon.
The Lyra fan club.
It's like Dread Pirate Robinsons.
I mean,
Anyway, just food for thought.
I mean, Iridian is north of here. Maybe there's a fan club in
Oh, we-
capital.
I've thought about it and I decided I don't need to go to Iridian again. I thought it's where I would head first.
Well, you're kind of heading that way.
I've done everything I've needed to do there.
Right,
look
well,
around.
Let's go cleanse this curse then. Does that sound good
Yes.
to you? Okay.
Okay. Well, northwards, you continue as promised. About an hour, just under an hour, Medius shows up with a wooden back frame loaded down with pots, pans, provisions, bedrolls, canvases.
Nice.
He says, I must confess, I'm usually used to a lot lighter travel than this.
Thought you'd
but-
get a cart.
I will endeavor to endure this physical burden for the name of my art.
What about a pony?
Can you afford a pony? Can you people spring for a
much?
pony? That would make life a lot easier.
How much is a pony here?
I've never inquired, for I have never had the coin. I prefer to walk and think and sleep out under the stars.
I have an idea. How do you feel about owning pets?
I've no problem with pets as long as they're the sort that are suitable and hardy enough to endure the open road.
Well, for this service of shadowing us, which I guess is not really a service since you're benefiting, allow me to lighten your load. I'm going to take one of the patches from my robe of useful things.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw it on the ground. And 2 big mastiffs will appear.
How long do they last?
They're permanent. Once they're done,
Okay.
They exist. So
All right, 2 large bull mastiff dogs.
Look at these good boys.
He kind of like leaps back and goes, "Oh gosh, do they bite?"
no, they're going to be our camp friends. They'll follow you when you'll become their master.
Oh,
Basically, you're the one dog sitting right
as
here.
well as helping carry things, they can also help be guard dogs for the camp.
Sure.
I like that idea when you're off braving, should anything unpleasant try to sneak up on the camp. Oh, it'll be wonderful to have a loud, aggressive, snarling, barking canine. Nay, 2 loud, aggressive, barking canines.
So name them, and we'll accept that because you're the bard, so you know the names.
Then I shall name them Plato and Aristotle.
Who are they?
Easy names to call when in danger.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Plato was a famous potter that I used to know. Very famous for coming up with cups, saucers, and in particular plates.
Oh.
And Aristotle, well, that is how you say it in a pleasant way. Total arse was what we all used to call him. He's a total arse. So I cunningly reversed it to arse total or Aristotle.
Oh,
that
you
way
named a
we
dog
could
after an
insult him
asshole.
to his
Nice.
face without him realizing. So
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Plasticus, do all those patches turn into dogs?
No,
Most of
just 2 more.
An alarming amount.
I have 4 dogs left to reveal to you. I'm just not going to wait.
Somebody rolled the crap out of dogs.
So if Aristotle and Plato die, we have replacements.
Oh.
Did
you
you
say you got
More
this
philosophers.
Did you get this
well-
coat in Erosia?
He says,
Yes.
perhaps we can find a leather worker along our travels to create and architect some proper harnesses for these things, so that we can burden them a little better. As
I
it
can
is
show
for
you
now,
a handy trick if you'd like.
All I know really to do is just tie some things to them.
Oh, that was my trick.
Oh, well, have at it then.
Oh, no, you go ahead. Here, and to help you out, to make it easier, and I'm going to take out a net from my pack. This will hold it down even better.
A net.
Yes.
I suppose we could tie the net to one of them and put things in it, and it could hang off of the dog, like sort of a...
Oh. No, just put it on top of the dog and put the net around and then tie it at the bottom. That way it's on the center of gravity on the dog and the dog doesn't feel it.
I'm not following. Perhaps you should demonstrate.
So I do everything. And I'm gonna go and do exactly that. I'll put some of the stuff on the back of one of the dogs and like net it around the top so it feels secure, and then like
So yeah, you put the items on and use the net to kind of hold the items in place, basically.
Top of a car.
Gotcha. Oh, I see. Well then, northward ho to the foothills of Raylin. And,
Let's go.
Okay.
Off we go. La 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 la.
Oh no.
Alrighty. See here. Okay. Up the main road you go. Well, you pass several travelers on their way towards Shoreford Bay. Several of them will inform you that they have taken a wide berth around the village of Raylin, that a couple of miles north and south of Raylin on the road, two small guard posts have been posted to direct people to stay clear. Foul magic and witchcraft is afoot, or at least that's what they're claiming, or in light of no better thing to blame it on. But the tales are confirmed that something very unpleasant and unsavory is happening in the town of Raylin. Okay.
Will they let us through? If we insist?
They don't know.
Okay.
They say that anyone that steps foot in the village of Raylin is forever cursed, and therefore that alone is enough to make any normal person not want to do exactly what you're talking about doing. But it's probably just a rumor.
Do any of these people we pass say what the curse actually entails? Like what?
Nope.
They just know it's something.
They're not
Maybe
allowed
that's
in
the curse,
town.
is you just say
they're
there's a
told
curse.
to kind of take a wide berth around it, and they're just told that it is cursed with foul witchcraft and magic, and that anybody inside the town or anyone that should venture into the town is forever cursed. They don't really elaborate beyond that. Perhaps the guards don't know that. The guards indeed are not from Raylin. They have been posted there by other means, because anybody in Raylin apparently is forever cursed. Which would include the guards. So, okay. At the end of the first night, nothing unpleasant happens to you, and your bardic friend will begin to set up camp and make sure that you have a fire by the side of the road, and he whips out a large, plump guinea fowl or two that he purchased in town and begins to pluck them and will cook them over the open fire for you guys. Unless you have plans to do anything else, you will be well fed. Everybody has a nice, clean, fresh bread roll, and there is a tent that is just about large enough for 3 people to sleep in comfortably. He explains that he didn't think it was necessary to have a tent any larger, A, because he couldn't carry it, and B, because probably at least 2 of you should be on guard duty anyway. But,
yeah, well, I mean, I could take the first watch. That's fine with me. I'm good.
Yes, we can rotate. There's something I'd like to do now that we're getting to know each other on a camping basis. Let me show you a little trick I like to do. That way you don't activate it on accident, first of all.
Activate what?
This. So something, Gore, I'd like to do pretty much every time we set up camp, so I don't have to say it every time, is I would do cordon of arrows, which is kind of like a little trap if somebody were to like step
in
on.
that case, tell me on any time that you intend not to do it.
Okay, got it.
Because I can see that there may be times where you might not want to do it.
Yeah. So I'll explain like where the area it is, so nobody accidentally trips it.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
fancy.
Like I'm going to do this
I love
every
it.
night unless I say otherwise. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just look for those arrows on the ground.
I mean, that's funny you should say that because I have my own means of protecting myself when I sleep. But I
don't
guess
forget,
now...
you can also designate creatures to be ignored by it as well.
Right, so the dogs.
Yes, the dogs for sure. I don't want to kill them. Well, you got more, so maybe it doesn't matter. Just kidding.
Medius, I am going to need to hear that song, just my little bedtime lullaby, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, he will happily sing that for you.
Okay, perfect.
I
Just want to
guarantee
make sure
you're
that's
going to get
so.
sick of it before
Also,
he
I
does.
will always be casting that every night, just in case, unless I say otherwise. Please just assume.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
yes, once everybody's tucked in, ready for bed, he goes over and picks up his loot. She seems to have misplaced. There it is. The God of light and sun bestows his blessing on all and one. His shining light be praised to lift us all from darker days. Through darkness he shines and offers us his healing, fills us with joy and happier feelings. The Lord of the Sun has bathed us all in light. Good night.
That is so creepy!
And then he puts his loot down and crawls over to his little bedroll and climbs inside.
The good night just sends me, man. It's so creepy.
Perfect.
Okay. So I believe Fiffany said that she was going to do a watch. Is anybody going to relieve Fiffany throughout the evening, or do you want to allow the dogs to
I'm happy with dogs, honestly.
stay on guard duty? Okay.
I will if Jennifer asks me to.
Do those dogs look like they're pretty like at attention, you know?
They're fairly alert. Anytime anybody wanders past on the road, they bark up a storm.
Okay, yeah. So I'll take a few hours watch, but once I kind of see that those dogs are somewhat trustworthy, I will get a little bit of sleep.
Okay. All right. Yep. If anything, they're probably gonna keep you awake more than, being dogs. And there's lots of strange sounds that they're gonna hear outside in the wilderness. But
I mean, they're one day old, guys. Give them some time to acclimate.
But
Little pups.
nothing's
Naked pups.
getting close to the camp. Put it that way, without them letting you know. All right. Yep. The following. I just noticed that we're still on the map of the town. We don't need to be. Okay. Well, another full day's travel passes, and eventually, while the road does continue onwards. Over to the left, you can indeed see the foothills in and around Raylan. Once you kind of get fairly close, your bardic friend, Medius, will say, "There are the hills. It is there. But the rumor has it that, as I said, I don't know whether it was Felina Melandara or Melandala Felina. The sage and sorceress dwells. She is the one that can tell us more about this curse. And it is rumored that she is looking for champions to free Raylan from this curse. I pose you to the task, my great friends. I will probably make a camp here at the bottom, and wait for you to come back. Including if you go to Raylan. I'll stay here. And when you return to me, you can regale me of your tales of excellence."
All right, yeah, sounds good. Make sure you stay out of trouble. Make sure you stay safe, and we'll check back in as soon as we do the dang thing.
Real backseat approach. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. He's not going to do much help anyways.
Alrighty. What do you wish to do?
I guess find a way up into the hills, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're foothills, not mountains, so they are traversable. I mean, it's mostly climbing up steep, kind of rolling greenery than rocks and crags, so you wouldn't even need any climbing gear.
I'd head straight that way.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
By the time you're through the small crop of trees, perched atop one of the larger hills does indeed seem to be a large dead tree. Built in the top of the tree does indeed seems to be a very strange and odd-looking treehouse. It is old. It has been there obviously a very long time. They clearly didn't bother to treat the wood with any kind of materials or anything like that, so it's a little warped. But nonetheless, it pretty much fits the description that you were given about an architecturally challenged treehouse in the hills.
Guess we just
That must be it.
Right. Do we just go up? Give it a little rap on the door?
Let's do it.
I mean, if she's looking for, champions, I mean, would she ward against us? I mean, that would make sense, right?
No.
Yeah, does she have like a no solicitor sign or anything? I have pamphlets I could just pull out and say like we're just here on people's behalf. Just see how it goes. Yeah.
I mean, unless our bard is lying to us, and we're gonna.
And the whole thing is just an evil plot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Just so he can make off with a few gold pieces. Okay.
And my dogs.
and he's got 2 free dogs into the bargain.
2 free dogs.
All right. Yep, by the time you've climbed all the way to the top, you approach the base of the tree camp. Okay, yeah, you have control of that. There is a large wooden ladder that climbs and ascends straight up into the front where there is a makeshift door. Growing kind of all the way around the base of it, there are strange plants, toadstools, mushrooms, a proverbial herbery, has been planted around the base to provide ample ingredients for whatever you might want to get up to if you were an individual living in the middle of a tree house in the middle of a hill far away from civilization.
Love it.
Someone call up?
Yoo-hoo! Is that the kind of call-up you meant?
Not a cat call.
I love it. That's very non-aggressive. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Good start.
Well, I did it, so who's
Good
next?
job. Good job.
2 windows open up, kind of like halfway up, and a dark-skinned woman with like long black, almost like matted hair peers out. Her eyes light up, and she says, "Well, one or 2 things is going to happen. Either you're here to help, or you're all about to get fried."
Well, we're definitely here to the former.
The first
former.
one? First.
Here to help.
Choice A?
Well, then why didn't you say so? Climb the ladder, come on inside. And she shuts the door.
It's not
All right.
not scary at all. So after you 3, I'll follow up on the rear.
Basically it's a ladder, so single file up the ladder, and who wants to go first?
I just beckon to all of them.
Well, Finn, why don't you go on up? I'll be right behind you.
Hey, Fifth, you want to do me a favor? You wanna maybe give this one a little wipe down, just to see how it's looking in there before I climb up this ladder? Or are you good?
No, you think we need to?
A wipe down.
Before I climb into some strange lady's ladder, I usually like to check to make sure it's not a evil ladder.
Sure, yeah, of course.
An evil ladder? An evil petting zoo? An evil bed?
I think I have detect.
I mean, if you don't want to use a spell, that's
No,
alright.
no,
I'll
no,
just
no.
take
no.
my
It's on a
chances.
spell. It's a. I think it's a ability, isn't it? Don't I have a detect good and evil? No,
Paladins.
or something like that. You have that, Christy. Yeah,
You're a paladin.
that's your thing.
You know, I get them all confused.
Yeah.
I thought everybody that loved Pelor could do that.
Wait, where is it?
Check under your
It's a
class.
class ability.
Yeah, it's a class ability.
Yeah, Shag's got them separated out, so if you were looking for it under your spells, I think it's separate.
Yes, I think it's divine sense, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Ah, yes. Alright, I'm gonna do a little divine sense on
Okay,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically with that, it lets you kind of like pick up, celestials, undead, fiends, anything like that. So you kind of concentrate and focus your senses. You certainly don't pick up any feeling or senses of any kind of noxious or unpleasant odors or ill feeling. That being said, you also don't get any feelings of powerful, overwhelming good. No angel chimes in your ears or anything like that, leading you to believe that the presence of fiends and celestials and the dead are probably not present in this vicinity.
Alright, well, good enough for me. I'm gonna climb on up the ladder.
Okay, you're going up?
Yep.
Okay, you get to the very top. The door is yanked open very quickly. Let me go ahead and do a full reveal here. Ba-ching. Okay. You pretty much have to step in before the next person, can really do anything. Lasticus, was you going up second?
Yes, I was.
You'll be at the top of the ladder. Who was going behind Lasticus?
I can go behind Lassicus.
Okay.
And Lyra leaves.
Alright, and then Lyra.
Last.
Alrighty. And there she is. So this woman, as I said, she's kind of like got matted, dark hair, colourful braids in it, very basic kind of clothing, very rudimentary kind of jewelry and stuff like that. A little bit tribal, other than a big kind of like sleeveless red robe that she's wearing. Oh, please, come in. Make yourselves at home.
This is
Have a
nice.
seat,
This
why
looks
don't
fun.
you?
Alright, okay.
She sits herself on this stool. He says, no, please tell.
Move. Please
I'm
move.
going.
Thank you.
Get in there. Last one in, shut the door behind you. I wouldn't want my cat to get out.
You what?
My cat. And she points at a cat that's kind of like curled up
Oh, cat. Oh.
on a bed over here. The cat just kind of looks up and glowers at her and you with contempt.
Makes sense. That's what cats do.
Typical, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She says, now, what brings you to see Felina?
We heard there was a curse, and we heard you need some help. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you heard right, my dears, you heard right. It is true that Raylin is under a terrible curse. Everybody that's in the town is fast asleep and cannot wake until they have heard the chimes of the magic bell.
What?
Go ahead. Thanks.
So, no, you go ahead.
Chimes at the magic bell. What do you mean?
Well, you see, Felina prepared a bell. It took me a while, but to come up with a magical item that when I ring the bell, all that hear the chimes will be woken and the curse will be broken. But a terrible rotten thief has stolen the bell. While I possess the power to make the enchantment, I don't possess the skill to go and get the darn thing back. Leverett has it. You're going to have to go and get my bell from Leverett. Please, if you don't mind. He's a major thief. He'll be found across the plains and in the forest of straight tall trees. With the golden pine cones.
And how far is that from here, roughly?
Oh, it is but a few days' travel.
How are they able to take this bell from you if it's such a special item?
Leverett has many unpleasant creatures working for him. And he himself is a master thief.
Mm-hmm. You know what tieflings always deal with?
I don't think she means tiefling.
Leverett himself has glowing red eyes. There's a touch of devilry about him.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh, it is a tiefling.
okay,
Right.
so it is a tiefling.
Well, that's what she said. Were you not listening?
I thought she was just saying thief, but in her accent, it was like thief.
Oh, you might be right about that. Actually.
That's what I thought. You know, like thief.
Are you saying that he's a tiefling?
Well, he's a thief, that's for sure. He likes to take things that don't belong to him.
See, there you go. That's what I. Okay, so what?
I thought she was making a slang for tiefling.
That's
That's what I
what
thought.
See, I
Saying.
thought maybe I was in on the new terms, but I
But
just
please,
think.
you got to go and get Felina's bell.
Okay, please.
How did the curse happen?
Truth be
Wait,
told, I
wait,
don't know. But I do know how to break it. I had a dream, you see. A dream that told me how.
So if we were to wander into Raylan now, it would hit us too.
If you cross the borders into the village, into the hamlet, you'll fall asleep and never wake up. And no form of magic that I can tell can protect you from it. Several people had tried. They come to me, I tell them to go get the bell, but they seem to think that they can go into the village and solve the problem themselves. And I say to them, you can't, but them think they can do it anyway.
All right, can you tell us what? I mean, I know you said they were red, had the devil in his eyes, which honestly for me is all I need to go on. But maybe you can give a little more of a description so we know who we're looking for.
He adorns himself with white. He has two large, protruding objects on his forehead, and eyes, and sharp teeth. Big, nasty, sharp teeth.
So it is a tiefling.
Or a rabbit.
Or a demon.
Funny.
Or a demon. So it's north of here 2 days in a forest with golden pine cones. Golden as in gold. Gold is just, that's
It's
the
northwest
colour.
of here.
What? I
Across
put
the
north.
plains, and then you'll
West.
find the forest. And the forest, all the trees are in straight lines, and they have golden pine cones growing on them.
Valuable.
They're golden in color, not in metal.
Okay, west across the plains till we find the forest with lime trees and the
But
golden
you
pine
see,
cones.
if only it was that easy, I wouldn't need great heroes to do it.
Well, what
And they
could go
wouldn't
wrong?
need the magics of Felina to do it. You see, you're going to need something.
What do
Going
we
to
need?
some protection.
Okay.
Right?
Belina can provide this for you.
Mm-hmm.
And him speaks in a tongue that none had ever heard. Some say that they cannot understand him. He speaks of a language not of this earth. Do any of you speak anything strange or magical or mystical that might help us talk to this vile thief?
Where do we have our languages on here? Skills?
True.
I'm learned and fluent in what's considered undercommon, the language of below.
No, I think if it come from below, he come from very deep below. Not just below the surface.
Where do we... Shaggy, where's our languages?
Background, guys.
Thank you.
The background.
I mean,
Don't just say it with such snarkiness, thank you.
I speak Dwarvish because my friend here. Does that help?
Jeez.
Dwarvish? That's under.
Nah, him not a dwarf. That's for sure.
What about the opposite? Giant. Real big.
No, he no giant either.
Okay, what about the opposite again? Goblin. Real small.
And he ain't no goblin I ever seen.
All right, well, I'm out.
Let's see. Do I? Let me see.
You say he below undercommon, huh? You hell?
Say that word.
If him is a demon or devil, he probably does come from the 9 planes of hell, you know.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's what he is, because I didn't speak the language.
So I'm looking here, guys.
What does it sound like? Can you give us like a little sample?
No, it doesn't sound much like any language I've ever heard before. More like
Does
noises.
he have like a little forked tongue when he does it?
He probably does speak with a tort tongue. I doubt he tell the truth.
Oh, that's the worst kind. I sure hope my friend can remember what languages she knows.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
But
Maybe
don't
you didn't
worry,
write it
Felina
down.
can help you with that.
Did you not add it? Did you put it on D&D Beyond, maybe?
Look, I'm looking for everything right now.
You're
I don't think any of you have it.
It's at the top of background, right under like weight, height, eyes.
Yeah. No, I probably don't speak it. I think you guys named all the things that I said already, so.
I just speak Sylvan and Elven in common.
That's cute.
Thank you.
Are
What's going
you?
on? What's going on there, honey?
I'm sorry, there's a pesky fly in here. It's driving me crazy.
Do you want me to shoot it with an arrow?
No.
She's really
I'll
good at
get it later.
Okay.
Where was I? Oh, yes, well, I can provide you with a potion that'll allow you to speak any language, even his.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yes. Yes,
So
we'll
I
take
can
it.
provide you with that. And then I can cast an enchantment upon you to protect you from his wards and his sigils that he has to protect himself and his minions. And also gain you entry into his hidden lair. Without my enchantments, you never get in there.
Oh.
But with my help, you brave heroes can save all the railing and get my bell back.
I'm up for the task.
Yeah, sure. Whatever we need to do, just give us the right tools and
Okay.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah, let's
Right,
get
she
rid of this
walks
piece.
over
Right?
to this table here, reaches underneath and opens the cabinet below it, pulls out a large box, reaches inside, pulls out 4 vials, and she brings them and sits one in front of each of you. There you go, drink that.
Right now or when we're close to the forest?
Drink it now, because it has to work with me enchantment. Trust me, it's perfectly safe. Nothing bad'll happen to you. I know you suspicious kinds, but it isn't going to hurt you. Wiggle your fingers over it. Make sure it's what I say it is. That is something not dangerous like. It's not poison. If I wanted to poison you, I could have done it already.
Can I do like an insight check? Is that a thing? Is that possible?
You can roll insight to see if you can kind of pick up on anything that she's like.
Yeah, just to know she's
laying down. You know
telling the truth. Yeah, just to see.
I mean, drinking a magical liquid from a strange woman might not be the first instinct that normal people do, but she hasn't necessarily done anything to make you feel like she's not trustworthy or on the level either.
Okay.
And these are not altogether normal circumstances, so...
Yeah, so, Epiphany's just gonna kind of... Well, bottoms up! She's gonna take a shot of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to right after, seeing Epiphany do it.
Alright, yeah. You got to drink it all or it won't work. Bottoms up!
Hmm?
Down it, down it. Down it, you Zulu warrior, down it.
I'm gonna watch them down it first. See what happens.
They drink it.
What's it taste like?
It doesn't. It's got a kind of a sweet, sickly taste, but it's not bad. And you feel all kind of warm and glowy inside after you've drunk it.
Oh.
Then you spontaneously human combust. The end. No. Yeah, no, you just feel kind of warm and glowy. Now you drink it.
I'll drink it.
Drink it up.
I'll drink it.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
She says, right then. Now for me spell, now for me enchantment. You might all want to stand on the table for this one.
Oh, my mama told me never stand on a table. That's so disrespectful.
Well, unless
it's a lot
invited.
sturdier than it look.
Unless invited, right?
Can you say why
No,
we
she
need to
was a harsh
stand
woman.
on the table?
Okay.
I'm already on it.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I
He says,
guess.
Come
if
on,
anything
she
breaks,
says.
I'd rather it be the table and not the floor.
Breaks.
Why?
You'll be fine, it's just sometimes me enchantments have a little bit of backlash.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know about this anymore, but I stand on the table anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Just, I need to do something real quick.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to be paying close attention to the spell she's casting. See if I can discern what it is specifically as it's happening.
I gotta grab these real quick. One second. Okay. Right, she begins to kind of swan around the table, like waving her arms. She's picked up a couple of small pots of dust that she starts sprinkling around and throwing over top of you as she dances and swirls around the table, kind of speaking in a very rhythmic, melodious kind of toned voice, clearly uttering words of the arcane. If you want to give me an arcane roll, you may, Mr. Elasticus.
Yes, I do.
A 20. Okay, clearly there is some form of alteration magic being utilized here. By the time you realize what kind of alteration magic it is,
Oh no.
you
What the-
have been transformed into small mice. However, as these mice, you are still wearing your equipment. You still have your weapons.
Oh,
You still have your
Reroll
bow.
style.
You are basically little teeny tiny mouse heroes.
Did you zoom in on them?
Yeah, I did. They do get the little. Oh my god, that's so cute.
Okay. So let me zoom in all the way.
So cute.
The little weapons.
That is
How do we
little
feel?
mace.
How do we feel?
Very weird. Especially considering she is absolutely fucking colossal in comparison to how small you are. She says, right then. Now, as I said, you're going to have to travel many leagues across the plains and through the trees of straight lines with the golden pine cones. When you find the cave to lever it, the master thief, get inside and return my bell. Bring me my bell and I return you back to who you should be in your normal selves and size. And then I'll go ahead and release the curse from Reroll. If you don't return my bell, the bastards can stay asleep forever. And y'all can stay rodents for what I care. And I'll feed you to my cat.
No! When we speak, does it come out as common?
No, it comes out as squeaks. You can understand each other. But nobody else can understand a word you say.
Well, we are so stupid.
Well, I don't know. I didn't pick up nothing in her voice. I was making it sound like she was trying to trick us.
Clearly.
I didn't pick up any sort of evil presence. It was
But
just
you hear the cat go.
Let's leave. Come on.
You shut up, Melindara. It's my turn now. I want my bell back. The darn thing's been around my neck all these years and I want it back, you know. Once I got my bell back, you can have your person back. Until then, the cat's in charge, you understand? The cat's in charge.
Let's leave. I'm gonna like scurry across the
That she
table.
keeps looking at you going,
I gotta get out of here.
like she's
I'm
trying
gonna-
to resist some kind of urge.
I'm gonna jump onto the chair and then onto the floor.
He says, you
Yep.
can't get down from here, you squish yourself. Get in
Really?
this bog. And she pulls over like a little satchel and opens it up.
Don't go in.
And take you as far as I can. You'll have to go the rest of the way yourselves.
Well, I don't think we have another choice, everyone. I guess we just got to go with it, right?
Everybody looks cute, but that's besides the point. We'll
Yes,
talk
we
about
do.
it later.
are adorable, and Pelor loves masks. I know this. This is a thing that has been decreed. So we're fine.
I don't want to be like this forever, though. Into the bag.
Well, then let's get
Alright,
let's get him on. Move on then.
You don't want to be like it forever. You are going to be like it forever. This is the campaign now. Forever!
This is the whole campaign. Is us as
You're
mice.
mice forevermore. No,
No.
okay. So basically, she carries you down the down the ladder in the satchel, and you can basically it's kind of like dark and itchy in there, and you're just little mices. She opens up the bag, and you see her huge human head peer in. It's then that you notice that she's got like piercing green eyes that seem to almost like the pupils a little bit elongated and not altogether round.
Like a cat, maybe.
Yeah. As she says, I get you to the bottom of the hill and to the open fields, and then you can go across through the forest of straight trees with the golden pine cones. As she starts walking down, from your vantage point, it's a cornfield. You can see rows and rows and rows of corn. But I
funny.
suppose to a cat or a mice, it would appear like a ginormous forest full of
Seems legit,
trees
yeah.
that have
Golden.
big golden
Yeah.
pine cones. Once she gets to the edge of the cornfield, she plops you down out of the bag and says, "Right, you go and get me bell. You be quick, mind. You'll know when you found it. There's a dark cave at the end of the cornfield under some bushes. That's where Leverett lives, the vile thief that stole me bell. As I said, you bring it back, I'm true to my word, I'll rescue you and turn you back to your people forms. And then I'll go ahead and remove the curse from Raylan. You don't return me bell, you stay mice for Edda."
In Mouse, I say, "I won't ever forgive you for this." And it goes over.
I don't ask you forgiveness. All I ask you to do is get me bell.
Fine.
It's a little gold bell with a split in the middle and a little tiny thing inside that rings against the side. Goes ding, 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 ding. When I'm running around, it sounds great and makes me feel special. Without me bell, I'm just a sorceress.
Well, get your damn bell.
Okay. I told you, man, be careful. Leverett, him got a lot of people, lot of creatures working for him, so him has. Including some that might have once been kind of trying to do what you did and gave up on the idea. I should have turned them into mice too, but I didn't. I used something else. I think it turned them. I think it turned them onto his side.
Ah. Okay. Can we use our spells?
Of a fashion. But everything you do is going to be mice size now. You're mice.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Your spell works.
Well,
You have a little
at least,
glowing mouse.
at least that works.
Okay. It's hopeful. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, all right. I guess, I mean, all right. Onward we go.
I might want to
Okay.
try the corn. I might want to try the corn here.
Well,
as a mouse.
it's just a cornfield. Something a person could walk through in a matter of maybe 15 minutes. But you are mice. Crossing the cornfield will take you a while. You travel for a good period of time. Everything seems to be very fundamentally different as a mouse. Time seems to go a lot faster. Everything around you just feels somewhat big, somewhat massive, somewhat unnaturally scary. You know, you see just about anything. Even a small insect appears large. In fact, there are several beetles and things that you almost have to hide from to watch them go crashing through the undergrowth. However, as you continue through the cornfields, I would like everybody to give me a perception check, if you would.
Perception. Okay.
Woohoo!
21.
There we go. Ooh.
Nice.
Close.
Okay. We have a 21.
Almost.
And a 19. Let me bump up the...
Damn, Matt. Nice roll.
Okay. So Lasticus and Lasticus and Fenifer, you're just marveling at the sheer size of these mighty trees with these humongous sheaves of corn on. However, Fiphony and Lyra, notice a rustling in the corn ears ahead, to the left and to the right of both the rows. You definitely notice movement. Probably, let me see. I've left the scale like fairly normal, just so for y'all to make stuff easy for y'all. But obviously, distance isn't feet. It's it's more like inches.
Okay.
But yeah, about like 30 to 40 feet ahead of you, you kind of catch glimmers of something as the sun maybe catches a glimpse of something metallic, and you notice a little bit of rustling.
All right, everyone, stop. There's something up ahead. Something's moving in the cornfield.
Right. Did you see that?
I did. I'll point it out kind of in the direction.
Okay.
What is it? I didn't see. Where?
Tiffany, get up.
Weapons
Jennifer,
out!
get up here.
Okay, come on.
I'm gonna take out my tiny little bow.
I don't see. Where?
Why don't you call them out? Call them out.
Squeak! Like that?
Which translates to?
Translates to what?
Come out!
It was your words.
Hello?
Teach you to use your words. Okay. So.
By the power of Paylor, you know.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Just this new body. It's just weird. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Come out, or I'll smite thee.
But that sounds much better. Yeah. Good job. That was much better.
I will thong you.
Yeah. Good job, Finn.
Okay. Easing out slowly from the ears of corn ahead
No.
come other rodents.
Aww.
These rodents have longer snouts than you do. They have snaggly teeth. They're a little bigger than y'all, for sure. They're about ogre-sized, if you want to put a relative size on it.
Okay.
They are clearly weasels. However, much like you, they are on 2 feet and seem to be clasping and clutching weapons. One
main
weasel
one?
strolls down through the center of his friends boldly and stops, brandishing his sword, and looks at you and makes some squeaks and some noises, which surprisingly you understand perfectly.
Oh, good.
He says, "Stand and deliver! Your money or your life! Insignificant mouse people! Hand over your goods, and we will let you live. If you do not, we will skewer you where you stand and feast upon your furry bones."
Wait!
No,
Were
wait.
you transformed by the sorceress too?
Oh, I see. No, it was her cat that did it. We were sent to our certain doom to try to find some stupid bell. What seems like months ago now. But since then, we have learned the only way we will ever get to punish her is to make sure she never gets her hands on the bell. So if you have been sent to rescue the bell, then you are our sworn enemy, and us, weasel folk, will have no choice but to bite you to death. And probably stab and club you as well.
Wait, can't we just return the bell and all of us can be transformed back?
You don't trust her, do you? She's never going to do it. She's wicked. She's vile. We've heard all the rumors. We know all about her. The sorceress herself is fine, but that cat, Felina, cannot be trusted. She'll eat you when you go back, you know? She'll devour you all.
We won't let that happen.
No, and neither will we, because we're going to stop you. Now defend yourselves! And they all kind of like get themselves ready with their little weasel weapons and line up against you.
It doesn't have to go this way!
It does!
I reckon it might, sweetheart.
Weasel
I'm going to
folk,
take another little step forward.
Charge! And they all
He
begin
does-
to rush forward.
He does have red eyes, so I guess I gotta kill him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm gonna run forward.
Well, seeing as we're right near the end of the show, I don't think we want to begin a combat with only 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
We're
Not
gonna
one-
leave it
not one
right
this
there.
cute.
I'm going to
Yeah.
zoom in a little bit so that chat can see the weasel folk. There they are.
Not one that's adorable.
They're so cute.
That's so awesome. So
The ears,
funny.
the ears
Was
are
not
killing me.
expecting this.
Charge!
Oh my god.
That's so cute.
Hey everyone, Shagget here. Thank you for watching our 10th campaign on How Reroll set in Akonis. That means I've done 10 of these outros, and while I usually try to be creative or unique or funny, I figured with the 10th one I should just shoot straight, especially considering this campaign is gearing up to be the funniest we've done. At least I hope so. I mean, how would I know? You can follow me on Twitter at ineb_combos or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shagget. Take solace in the fact that I didn't read off of a script this time. And that shows how bad this really is. But thanks. See you guys.
Hi, I'm Jade, and I play Lyra
Hello,
Grant.
it's me, Lyra, the legendary ranger, at your service. You know me already, but
What you didn't know is I've been playing Jane on How Reroll for the past 8 years now. I've done it. I've spoken my truth. I've let the cat out of the bag, alright? It's just me with a baseball cap on, that's it.
oh no.
So if you'd like to follow my character Jane on Twitter, you may do so at Jane on Twitch with a 0, not an O. And you're probably wondering, Lyra, what's that beautiful crown that adorns your head? Well, when people start calling you queen, you must look the part. So dragons need slaying, people need saving, yada yada yada. I have to go, so busy. Alright, toodaloo, goodbye. Oh, and peace, suckers.
Our next and final contestant here at the Outro Olympics, Matt Patullo from How Reroll. He is bursting with potential, teeming with talent, but just can't get his technical game tightened up enough to bring home the gold. He's been working hard in the off-season. Let's see if he can put something together here magical, bring home the gold.
Streamer ready.
Hi, the Snuggler, Instagram, @RealTourMatt_, Twitter, MattySweetTweet. Thank you for watching. Yes, he has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, he has done it. What a great day for How We Roll. What a great day for humankind.
What do you know? All 20s. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. It is I, Christy. You may know me from such campaign as the last one. Anyway, now that I'm a seasoned D&D player and streamer, I'm sure you're going to be wanting more of my excellent content. You can find me and Matt, but mostly me, on our D&D podcast, New Crits on the Block. And if you just can't get enough of my perfect eye for wit and whimsy, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisTactics. Anyway, I should get back to this delicious glass of 20s. Cheers!
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter at Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons and Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.